The royal family has always been seen as a symbol of strength and composure, but there are moments that break through the facade. One of those moments came when Prince William revealed the final words his mother, Princess Diana, whispered to him before her tragic passing. It wasn't just a public speech. It was an emotional glimpse into his soul and the lasting impact his mother's wisdom had on him. As William stood there, under the statue of his mother, his voice filled with deep emotion, he shared the words that have shaped him into the man and prince he is today. "One day, I will become king. Don't let that change you," he said. Those words, passed from mother to son, carry more weight than we may realize. This wasn't just a tribute. It was a personal reflection on how Diana's influence still lives on in her sons. As Prince William spoke those words, it became clear that they were not just a passing tribute to his late mother. In that moment, he was passing on a legacy that had shaped him for his entire life. Diana's final words, "Remember who you are, William. Don't let power change your heart," were whispered to him years ago, but their impact continues to guide him in his role as a prince and future king. To the world, this moment was more than just a public speech. It was a deeply personal confession, a rare peek into the vulnerability of a son who had always been known for his strength. His words weren't just about the monarchy or the crown. They were about a son honoring the teachings of his mother, carrying those lessons into the future. In that quiet moment under Diana's statue, William showed us the man behind the prince, someone who values humility, compassion, and love above titles and power. It was a message that resonated not just with the people in the crowd, but with millions around the world who had loved Diana and felt her absence deeply. This wasn't the first time William has spoken about his mother, but this particular moment felt different. It wasn't just about her memory. It was about how her wisdom still shapes him today. He shared the words that were once only meant for him and Diana in their private moments, making them public as a way to honor her legacy and continue her fight for a more compassionate and human monarchy. As Prince William spoke of his mother's final words, the camera shifted to King Charles, capturing an emotional moment that no one expected. The king, known for his composure and restraint, was visibly moved, his lips trembling and eyes brimming with tears. For the first time in public, the world saw Charles, not as a king holding back centuries of tradition, but as a father, overcome with emotion. The words William shared were more than just a tribute to Diana. They were a reflection of the deep pain Charles had carried for years, a reminder of the love and loss that still lingered in his heart. This was a side of King Charles that had rarely been seen before. He had always been seen as composed, the image of royal dignity. But in that moment, his vulnerability spoke louder than any formal address could have. As the camera zoomed in, Charles's tear-filled eyes told a story of a man who, despite his royal title, was still a father grieving the loss of his first wife, the woman he had loved deeply, and the mother of his children. The world had seen Charles as the king. Now they saw him as the man. In that brief moment, Charles's tears shattered the royal facade. It wasn't weakness. It was a raw and genuine display of human emotion. It was proof that even the monarchy, with all its pomp and circumstance, was made up of real people with real feelings. And for the first time in a long time, we saw the true depth of Charles's pain, a pain that was not just for Diana, but for his own role as a father, navigating the complex waters of royal expectations and personal loss. Princess Diana's influence on her sons, especially Prince William, is undeniable. Her final words to him, shared so privately years ago, have shaped his outlook on life and leadership. Diana believed in leading with compassion, humility, and authenticity, qualities that William carries with him today. It wasn't just about being a royal, it was about being a person who stands by their values, no matter how high their position in life. Diana's wisdom was a beacon for her sons, and her teachings continue to guide them as they navigate their roles in a changing world. The legacy of Diana's influence is most evident in William's approach to leadership. When he spoke of her words, "Don't let power change your heart," it was clear that he wasn't just honoring her memory, he was living her values. Diana taught her sons the importance of staying grounded, of never losing sight of who they truly are. Even as William steps into the future, those lessons remain at the core of his beliefs, shaping the way he carries out his royal duties. It's a reminder that Diana's impact extends far beyond her tragic death. While the world mourned her passing, her love and wisdom continue to guide her children. William, in particular, has become a living testament to her influence. As he embraces his future as a future king, he does so with the quiet strength and humility that Diana instilled in him, a legacy of love, integrity, and humanity that will continue to shape the monarchy for generations to come. The emotional moment between Prince William and King Charles marked a significant shift in the royal family. For decades, the monarchy had been seen as a distant institution, a symbol of tradition and duty that operated behind a strict veil of privacy and restraint. But in that moment, as William shared his mother's words and Charles openly showed his emotions, the monarchy felt more human than ever before. It was a powerful reminder that behind the crowns and titles, there are real people with real emotions, and that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength. This shift is important not just for the royal family, but for the world's perception of the monarchy. The public saw a rare, unscripted moment of connection between a father and son, and it sparked a sense of unity and hope. For many, it felt like a turning point, an acknowledgement that the monarchy could evolve, embracing human connection and emotion while still maintaining its duties and traditions. The world had witnessed a raw, beautiful moment of reconciliation, and it resonated deeply with those watching. The implications of this shift are profound. The monarchy, once seen as rigid and distant, could now be viewed as a more relatable institution, one that embraces change and emotional connection. Prince William's words, combined with King Charles's tearful reaction, suggested that a new era was beginning, one where the royal family could embody both tradition and humanity. The challenge moving forward will be whether this emotional openness can continue to shape the monarchy's future or whether the pressures of tradition will try to pull them back into the old ways. As the moment of connection between father and son came to an end, the royal family was left with an unspoken question. Can this new emotional openness reshape the monarchy for future generations? The embrace between King Charles and Prince William wasn't just a moment of personal healing, it was a public declaration that the monarchy could evolve with the times, embracing not just tradition, but genuine emotional connection. For many, this marked the dawn of a new era for the royal family, one that reflects the values of compassion and humanity that Diana instilled in her children. The future of the monarchy is now uncertain, but one thing is clear. The emotional shift we witnessed is a powerful reminder that leaders, whether royal or otherwise, are human first. William's promise to lead with humility, inspired by his mother's final words, has the potential to inspire not only the royal family, but also people around the world. It's a lesson that goes beyond monarchy. True leadership is about empathy, understanding, and connecting with others on a deep level. What lessons can we learn from Diana's legacy and from the emotional transformation of the royal family? Can the monarchy continue to evolve while maintaining its traditions? These questions remain at the forefront as we look to the future of the royal family, but one thing is certain: the love, vulnerability, and connection witnessed today will continue to shape the monarchy for years to come.